students, welcome back to the next session of our subject Social Science. So in today's session, in today's video, we are going to start another chapter, chapter 11, Components of the Environment and Interrelationships. Yes, you guessed it right. This chapter also belongs to the geography part of our syllabus. What we are going to learn in this chapter? First thing, from the name, we will learn components of environment. Yes, first part of our chapter will be to learn what are the components of environment. Next thing which we are going to learn is the man-made environment, how the man has modified the environment according to our needs. Distribution of water, another topic we will have is distribution of water, how the water is distributed on our earth's surface. Interrelationship among the components in environment. Yes, as it was there in the name of the chapter, we are going to learn the interrelationship between the components of our environment. Next is the next and last topic of our chapter, pollution. In this, we are going to learn about the different pollution like the air pollution, land pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. Also, we will discuss about the measures which should be taken to reduce or to stop this kind of pollution. So without wasting the time, let's start the first topic, components of environment. Now let's start our first topic. Before that, some introduction is given. Let's see. Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has received the gift of natural environment. So this thing we all are aware, obviously, that Earth is the only planet in the solar system where life is possible and which has the natural environment in which the living beings can survive. If environment had not been there, if this natural environment, it would not been there, then we would not have existed. Would we have existed? Exist karte if this environment was not there? No. Human life is thriving because of the environment. Now this human life is thriving. That means we living beings, we human beings, we are progressing, we are developing, we are growing because of the environment only. Because the environment is giving us the support to grow, to progress in the life, to do the things which we can. Environment is the driving force of survival, development and progress. As I have told you, environment is the one, environment जो हमारे आसपास है, that is the only reason because we are able to survive, we human beings are able to develop and we are able to progress. So the reason, the driving force behind the survival, development and the progress of the human beings is natural environment, is environment. Now, much thing we have heard about environment. What is environment? The question is there in your mind, what is environment? Same answer as you have learned from your lower grades, जो भी हम पढ़ के आ चुके हैं. Environment is our surroundings. What is environment? Our surroundings, the things which are there around us. Whatever things you can see, trees, plants, buildings, birds, animals, all these things, land, all these things are included in the environment. Now, what are the components of the environment? Main question of the chapter, main topic of the chapter, what are the components of environment? Components of the environment, mainly there are four. Yes, as you can see on the board, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere. All these four are the main components of the environment. The environment consists of these things. What it consists? Lithosphere is also there, hydrosphere is there, atmosphere is there, biosphere is there. Yes, we all know, we have learned about this in grade 6. But then also, let's revise what we have learned. Let's have some more knowledge. First thing, lithosphere. One by one we will cover all the four spheres. Coming to the lithosphere, lithosphere is the solid crust और हार्ड टॉप लेयर ऑफ अर्थ. लिथोस्फीयर क्या है? एक सॉलिड क्रस्ट है या ऊपर की लेयर की जो हार्ड टॉप लेयर जहाँ पे हम रहते हैं. ओके, where we live, that is lithosphere. It is composed of rocks and minerals. If we dug the crust of the earth, then what we will find? We will find rocks and minerals. So lithosphere, whole layer in which there are many rocks and minerals and is covered by thin layer of soil. whole lithosphere is covered by a very thin layer of soil. मिट्टी से वो cover किया हुआ है, and that soil we dig, उसको हम dig करते हैं, and then we get the different things like the minerals, the petroleum, etc. etc. Lithosphere is very important actually. It is having multiple utility. Lithosphere has multiple utility, means it is having more than one use. How? Can you guess? Yes, you are correct. A lithosphere is the one which is helping the human settlements. It is providing us the land for the human settlement. We are able to live, we are able to stand, we are able to walk on the lithosphere only. Another one, lithosphere is providing us the land to do the agriculture. Agriculture is possible because we have this land, we have this lithosphere. Also, lithosphere is providing us the raw materials for different industries. Okay, lithosphere is providing us the raw material. For example, cotton cloth. Now, cotton cloth is made from cotton, but from where we get cotton? We get cotton from the land, from the plant, from the land. So that means all the things are connected with land. Lithosphere. So lithosphere is having multiple utility, means it is having not one use, more than one use. It is very important. So that's all about lithosphere. Coming to the next, hydrosphere. Now the next topic is hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? The simple word of this, one meaning, one word, you can say water. Yes, you are correct. So the low-lying area of Earth's surface is surrounded by water. It is known as hydrosphere. On the Earth, the level of the Earth is not even. Okay, uneven है उसका level. So somewhere there are huge pits, and the water is get collected in that pits, and we call it like the oceans, the rivers, and etc. etc. These things are included in the hydrosphere. Low-lying areas means एक जगह पे जो बिल्कुल नीचे की तरफ areas है. Okay, नीचे एरिया है, अर्थ की लेवल है, suppose this is the level, then नीचे की तरफ बहुत बड़े खड्डे हैं, that water is collected in these things and they become lake, they get converted into rivers, seas, and etc. etc. It comprises of various sources like oceans, seas, lakes, river, etc. As I have told you, hydrosphere के अंदर क्या क्या आएगा? Oceans, seas, rivers, and also one more thing which is not added here, it is understood that water hydrosphere is also present in the air. Yes, in the form of water vapor, you all are aware about it. Water vapor is present in the air, that is also included in hydrosphere. It is also part of hydrosphere. It is essential for all the living organisms. Water is important for all the living organisms. So hydrosphere is the sphere which is, you can say, base, उसी से life generate होगा, और but water, we cannot live without water. So all the living organisms need water. Oceans are very rich in various other sources also. Oceans are very rich as they are rich in the aquatic life. Aquatic life, actually it is another aquatic world, एक अलग दुनिया है, from where we can get so many animals, fish, whales, dolphins, etc. etc. And yeah, one more thing, oceans are very rich in the minerals. Yes, we also can get minerals when we dug the ocean bed. अगर हम earth की oceans के नीचे की earth को dug करेंगे, then we will get the minerals, many different types of minerals, natural oils, etc. etc. things we can get. Moving to the next sphere, atmosphere. Very simple, very easy, and another one word meaning of this is air. You are correct, everyone. It is also called air. You can understand it. A layer of air that surrounds Earth. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a layer of the air which surrounds the Earth. एक ऐसा blanket air का जो हमारे Earth ने ओढ़ रखा है. The blanket of the air which is covered by the Earth, we can also say that is known as atmosphere. Simply the layer of air, okay, which the Earth is surrounded by. Now the atmosphere is made up of various gases. And the atmosphere, we will have various gases. We have nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium, etc. etc. Many gases are present in the atmosphere, and dust particles, water vapor, alkali, etc. etc. things are present. Alkali. What do you mean by alkali? Actually, what happens sometimes, the dead things like the dead plant, dead animals, they also decay in the open land. वो भी ऐसे ही decay हो जाते हैं, वो मुरझा जाते हैं. So that small particles, when afterwards that will be converted, small particles will convert हो जाएंगे, that are known as alkali. So atmosphere के अंदर वो सारी चीजें भी चली जाएंगी. Microorganisms are present. Very different things are present in the atmosphere. Ozone gas absorbs the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Actually, atmosphere is protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun, which are very harmful for the human beings. And in the atmosphere, there is ozone gas, which is responsible for this, which is protecting us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Ultraviolet rays, infrared radiation, जो sun की rays हमें हम पर पड़ती है, they are very harmful. They can cause skin burn भी हो सकता है. So we are safe here because of the ozone gas which is present in the atmosphere. We can hear sound through the atmosphere. One another very important use. First thing was this. First use of atmosphere was ozone gas, which is protecting us. Another use is we can hear the sound with the help of atmosphere only, because on the planet Earth, atmosphere is present. So we can communicate, we can converse, we can do the conversation, we can hear the sound. And there are some other places like the moon, the other celestial bodies where there is no atmosphere. So there we cannot hear anything, sound, it cannot be heard over there where there is no atmosphere. So because of the air which is present there, we can hear different sounds, and means of communication, different means of communication, like the radio which we listen, the TVs, the mobile phones, etc., etc. It is possible, different means of communication is done because of the atmosphere only. So atmosphere is very helpful for us. Now that's all about the atmosphere. Coming to the next, biosphere. Coming to the fourth sphere, that is biosphere. What is biosphere? The part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere where life is pervasive is known as biosphere. That means biosphere is that part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere where these three spheres combine and their life is possible. The survival is possible. That's why it is known as biosphere, where the living organisms can live by combining these three spheres: lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. It includes flora, fauna, microorganisms and human beings. I hope you know the meaning. Flora, fauna, vegetation, plantations, forest, and the animals, microorganisms, human beings, all these things are included in the biosphere. Living beings obtains food and other necessities from biosphere only. So when these all things interact with each other, सब जब एक साथ मिलता है, तो living beings, they can create their own way of surviving. They obtain their food, they obtain their other necessary things from the biosphere only. So biosphere is the most important because here the life is possible. Because of biosphere only, the natural environment which we have around us, it is possible. Now coming to the next part about environment. If we want to divide the environment, we can do it in two parts: natural environment and man-made environment. By the name we can guess it that what it is. Natural environment जो हमारे आसपास naturally होता है, man-made means which we are making. But then also there are different components of natural environment. Natural environment is having two components, two things: biotic, abiotic, which is also called biological and inorganic components or environment. What do you mean by biotic? The biotic environment means where flora, fauna and human beings are there. Okay, living things, उसको बोल सकते हो. And the inorganic or the abiotic things like the land, air and water, where there is no life. उनके अंदर कोई भी life नहीं है. So non-living and living. Here we can divide it like that also. Biological, living, biotic, flora, fauna which are living things, human beings which are living things, and here land, air and water not living. But yes, the main question, what is man-made environment? We got the idea about the natural environment. Now what is man-made environment? Man-made environment is created by human intellect by interacting with biotic and abiotic components. When these biotic and abiotic components combine and हम उसको human beings अपनी intelligence को use करते हैं, that is the man-made environment. For example, when there was early man started living by adapting to the environment around himself. Early man ने अपने आप को खुद को environment में adapt करना सीखा because his needs were not that much needs limited थे उनके, whatever requirements he was having that were fulfilled by the natural environment. उसके उस समय के environment को उनके requirements को fulfill करता था. But now as the time progressed, as the time passed, human beings got the intelligence, we got the invention of wheel, discovery of fire, etc., etc. So slowly we progressed and we started changing our environment according to our needs. Okay, we started changing, human beings started changing the environment according to their requirements. क्या क्या चीजें थी, industries are developed, then to solve the water problem, taps were invented. Slowly धीरे धीरे बहुत सारी चीजों को हमने invent किया, discover किया. So the changes which we can see, environment की जो हमने humans से change किया, that is all known as man-made environment. So I hope the topics are clear. I hope you are clear in the topics like the components of the environment, lithosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, also about the different types of environment I have explained you. So here we are ending today's session. We will proceed with the next topic in the next video. Till then, go through the textbook and keep learning. Thank you. Have a nice day.